Wigan Athletic and Northampton Town start the new League One season. How they ended the last one in direct opposition. 3 months on from that 1-1 draw at Sixfields that saw them finish 5 points and 4 places apart in the bottom half of the table. They reconvene in the northwest this afternoon and re-emerge into the spotlight after busy summers behind the scenes. Both set to take something of a step into the unknown with new-look sides. Although they are certainly not alone in that, in what could be a wide-open division. Wormleighton waiting to take the throw. He signed this summer after a successful trial. The former Leicester City youngster. Comes straight into the starting lineup on opening day. Played 12 games last season for Leicester's under-21 side. Going to leave the throw for Burrows. It back again here and delivers the cross, and it's actually bounced off the bar. It was awkward there for Sam Tickle. He was relieved to a certain extent with how that ended up. Didn't look an awful lot of danger, did there, initially? Nobody anywhere near him, just misjudged it a little bit. Don't have a good opening day record on their travels, Northampton, over the last 20 years. They've won just one of their 8 openers that have come away from home. Hadn't featured as prominently in pre-season. He was maybe one of the more surprising starters today, but he's had an impact. He's delivered a really dangerous ball, and there is the fine finish to follow. And to get Wigan Athletic in front, Fraser Murray on debut. Owed much to the ball from Hungbo. And Murray showed the composure required to do the rest. And inside the opening half an hour of the season, Wigan in front. Having been on the back foot, really, for long spells of this opening half an hour. It's a wonderful first-time finish. Not only as far as Fauna. Patiently probing here. This is Campbell again. In first time towards McGeehan. He did get his head to that. Tickle had his angle covered. It would have taken something very special. Very unlikely, really, from Cameron McGeehan to squeeze that in from there. Now Hungbo. Joseph Hungbo still. It's a real threat, doesn't he? Flashes that one in. It could have gone anywhere. It still might. Tobias Brainham was in there. Christian Sadie was in there as well. Neither were quite able to capitalise. They'll still attempt to do so, not giving this one up. Referee belatedly has been forced to step in here. And he has given it Wigan's way in dangerous territory. It was Michael Forbes, I think, who came over the top of him there to concede that free kick. Got one goal already. Fraser Murray fancies another and nearly scores another. He would have done, but for the flying frame of Lee Burge. Did have quite a big gap to aim at, but Burge had enough time to get across. Decent stop from the goalkeeper. Still the danger to come from the corner. Hungbo again, goes near post this time, and squeezed in by Jensen Weir. He's the one that made that near post run and got the touch to it to turn it in for 2-0. And that could be so significant before this first half is finished. And Jensen Weir scores his first Wigan Athletic goal. That was one off the training ground, I think. He reacted when nobody in pink did around him. They want that half-time whistle to the Cobblers to try and clear their heads, really. Try and reorganise. Sessegnon forward again in towards Sadie. There's Weir, and it breaks back his way. Jensen Weir calls Burge into action again. It's one-sided stuff at the end of this first half. So far, so good for Wigan Athletic. 2-2 the good against Northampton as they get the game restarted. They've already done what they haven't managed since February and scored twice in the same game in League One. And they start the second half in search of number 3. Immediately on the front foot, here is Murray to have another go. That's deflected, that is in, and that is 3-0 already. 20 seconds into the second half. They might just be out of sight, you know. Murray helps himself to another one. There was a significant deflection that took it into that far corner. But the Cobblers caught cold from kick-off, really. It's launched long by the goalkeeper, Sam Tickle. Christian Sadie took the touch. Almost came back his way, but it was cleared only into the path of Murray. And there's the deflection that takes it away from the goalkeeper. Elliot List, who's the target here. And before they brought in Ethan Wheatley yesterday, List had been operating really as the central striker. A little out of position. Wide from Hoskins, not really got in it yet either. It's been confirmed by Kevin Nolan that Sam Hoskins will continue to wear the captain's armband whilst the club skipper John Guthrie remains on the treatment table, working his way back from that ACL injury. Wigan the dominant force, 12 shots to 2 in the opening hour of the game. But here come the Cobblers trying to change that with List. Good effort, plenty of power, but not quite the accuracy required as it whistles away from the target. But he was in some space, and there was only one thought on his mind. Tickle had his near post covered, though. Here's Hoskins. Last couple came against Peterborough in April. He was on target in his testimonial last weekend against Birmingham City. He was the League Two player of the season in 2022-23. The corner comes in, and rising to meet it there was Michael Forbes. Gets his head to it, steers it in, and Northampton Town are on the board. It was Forbes that deflected in the game's third goal, which looked to have put the match out of sight. He has perhaps given them a glimmer of a lifeline here by scoring one of his own, as he rose with Mabea, the defender who has just come on. McCarthy's ball was a little misplaced, but so too was that one from Mabea. What an erratic start to his debut. Now List on the charge, trying to find the finish as well, and the goalkeeper just did enough. Tickle under real pressure with McGeehan waiting to pounce. Just wasn't quite able to do so. But Wigan hearts were in mouths here. Wigan, who had that training trip to Spain, where they spent a week and played a friendly action against Curzon Ashton, the National League North of all sides. Looking to reap the rewards of that work done, and they have got a corner kick here. Further changes, I think, are going to be imminent in the closing stages for Northampton, but as I mentioned, not too many obvious attacking alternatives. Out by Wheatley, and then caught with real intent, but it was always just clearing the crossbar. Tyrese Francois who struck it. That's a good ball, and here is Mabea. Able to deliver the cross on, it's wide from Costello. Incredible miss. He was perfectly positioned, it appeared, to have the final say and wrap up the win for Wigan in what looked for all the world set to be their fourth goal of the game. And he's glanced it wide. It's a hesitant touch. Asamoah is in with an opportunity. Oh, and very nearly conjured something spectacular. Something quite unorthodox. Malise Asamoah only just on. Was gifted the chance, really, gifted possession here. He still had a bit to do. And that would have been replayed time and again had that gone the other side of the post. Now on the charge here is Trevitt for Wigan. That's a clever ball. Here's Mullin. Denied his goal by Lee Burge, who got down to stop him. It looked like it was opening up there for Paul Mullin to have his say at the conclusion. The sort of chance, really, you would expect him to take. Such is his goal-scoring record at this level. Dean Campbell. Back for the captain Hoskins, now Fornah. And he's going to strike it, good effort, and it's turned over the top by Tickle, as it had to be. Excellent stop, because Tyrese Fornah really caught hold of that. And now the home fans await that full-time whistle and can celebrate an opening day success with a little bit to spare. Ryan Lowe's side are up and running in some style in League One, thanks to 2 goals on debut for Fraser Murray. He started the scoring and he added another 20 seconds into the second half. Despite one back, there was no way back for Northampton Town. And it's finished. Wigan Athletic 3, Northampton Town 1.